Hey, this is a recording of an Instagram Live I just did about 5 of our go-to brands of dog treats at school for the dogs. The very first like minute or two didn't record, but the first treat I am talking about is lamb lung. We have our house brand of lamb lung, and a listener wrote in and suggested that I would have a good voice for ASMR. So I attempted to talk about lamb lung in my best whispery, breathy voice. I never thought I would think so much about the lungs of lambs. It's really a disgusting thing when you think too much about the lamb lungs that are enjoyed by our dogs, but at least one of these animals is having a good life. I don't know about the poor lambs. It makes me quite sad, which actually is one of the reasons why we started carrying a lot of vegan treats at school for the dogs, because I think it's actually a good idea to feed your dog vegan food because it means fewer dead lambs. But that said, the dogs do like the lamb lung, so this is the lamb lung that we carry. It's our house brand. It's a crinkly noise to go with the whisper noise. So many good noises. So I like it because it breaks up into really, really small bits. Really small. Right? And they're not greasy, and the dogs love them. So now when I'm using if I'm using a clicker, I will often have the treats and the clicker all together in one hand, and I will either have the lamb lung in small pieces, or I will have one big piece and then click, give a treat, or you can like break off a treat while you're like click and then just break off a little piece. So lamb lung is a real go-to at school for the dogs. Oh my god, I don't think I can keep doing it. I don't think I can keep doing the whisper. It's gonna hurt my voice too much. Alright. God, those whispering people on the internet have a lot of stamina. Okay, the second treat I'm gonna show you all today is turkey trainers. We carry these in a bunch of different flavors. Peanut butter, cheddar cheese. This one is liver. I think liver is probably our most popular, and these are like the dog treat. Like, I think they're great. There's a couple dog treats that come in this kind of brands that have treats in this kind of shape and size. It's like pencil eraser type treat size. It's great because you can break one of these up into like 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I think I've got 6 pieces here. They're super low calorie. They're three calories per treat, and like I said, one of these treats is really basically like 6 treats, so that's half a calorie per treat. They're made by Cloud Star, which is a small company in Missouri. You've probably seen like their stickers. They have the slogan "Wag more, bark less." They make like stickers that people put on their cars and whatever. Anyway, big fan of wheat and corn-free turkey trainers. And look how cute is their little logo. It's a dog riding a bicycle. Love it. Also something that we carry in our shop. Zooks makes a similar kind of treat, but I kind of like the hand feel better of the turkey trainers. It's funny when you're a dog trainer, you start to have feelings about like the way things feel in your hand, because it's gross having gross stuff in your hands. But these aren't very gross. They do dry out, like they will go stale if you leave them out, so make sure to keep them in the resealable bag they come with. All right. Next up, I wanted to show you Crumps Naturals. This is a Canadian brand of treats. Single ingredient beef treats, low fat. Each what does it say here? Each treat is a mere 0.17 kcals. That's like nothing. What is it? And the back of the bag. Oh, it says it in French and English. Let's read it in French. Nous sommes une entreprise familiale, propriétaire de chiens, et nous partageons la passion pour créer des gâteries délicieuses, saines et naturelles pour votre compagnon adoré. La ligne Crumps Naturals représente une variété de gâteries 100% naturelles fabriquées avec un minimum d'ingrédients de haute qualité. Nos gâteries sont préparées en petits lots pour assurer la fraîcheur et qualité. Vous ne trouverez jamais d'additifs, conservateurs ou colorants dans nos produits. Une fois que votre chien les essaye, elle sera d'accord. Ils sont au numéro 10 sur l'échelle de bave. Oui, oui. So, that is Crumps Naturel. It's funny, you know, when they talk about how it doesn't have conservateur. In French, the word for preservative, I guess, is conservateur. It is not. The word preservative in French actually means condoms. So I spent my junior year in France when I was in high school, and there was a kid in my class who was we were all stayed with families, and he told the French family that he was staying with for the year that he did not eat food that contained condoms. Second to last, Carnivore Crunch. Also a low-cal treat, 3 kcals per nugget. Stella and Chewy's makes. Actually, I used to give my dog a lot of the Stella and Chewy's dehydrated patties, which come in a bag this color and this red color, and great for traveling because they don't need to be refrigerated. It's you can rehydrate them, you can give them dry. Big fan. And these are kind of like small versions of the patties that you could actually crumple on top of a meal if you want to make a meal a little bit more tasty. Texture-wise, these, I admit, are not my favorite because they get a little bit crumbly, but not too bad. Some treats get super crumbly, but these remain soft. So certainly for bigger dogs, you could just give them one full treat. But we do, when we're doing clicker training, marker training, we do tend to give a lot of treats because we want to make sure, like, we're, the way I think of it, it's like learning is happening every single moment that you're working with your dog, or even when you're not working with your dog, and you want to be rewarding as many of those good moments as possible and not letting a lot of things happen in between moments. So like in creating this very rich, it makes it a rich experience, something your dog is going to be into. The treats can be small. They should be small. And you're just getting more and more reps in. Like, so much of it is just about building the reps, building the history of reinforcement. And in order to get there, you're much better off giving, 100 very tiny treats than giving one very big treat most of the time. There's always going to be times when it is going to be useful to give one big treat for whatever reason. So, these are treats. These are good treats for putting in work to eat toys. They could go in many different kinds of work to eat toys. And this also comes in a variety of flavors. The one that I have here is the turkey, which contains turkey with ground bone, turkey liver, turkey gizzard, pumpkin seed, fenugreek seed, and tocopherols as a preservative. Stella and Chewy's. I'm reading the back of the bag now. There is no French on this bag. Oh, wait, there is ingredients. Ingrédients. Dinde avec os moulu, foie de dinde, gessier de dinde, graines de citrouille, graines de fenugrec, tocopheros, agents de conservation. A lot of words I'm learning today. I did not know the word gessier. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. God, all these, I didn't know there was all this French on all these bags. What is this? Do our dogs know French? Okay, it also says on the back, the story of Chewy. When I rescued Chewy from an animal shelter, he was a very sick pup. His veterinarian suggested I put him on a raw diet, similar to what dogs once ate in the wild. Chewy recovered, and both he and his best friend Stella thrived on the diet. The experience with my dogs taught me that the right food and a lot of love can promote a pet's health and well-being. With them as my inspiration and with the help of animal nutritionists, I started Stella and Chewy's in 2003 to make meals and treats available at local pet stores, as good as what I had made at home. We know pet parents have a lot of options when choosing food for their pets and are confident our family of products will provide the taste pets crave and the nutrition they need. On behalf of everyone at Stella and Chewy's, thank you for trying our product. Marie Moody, founder and chairman. At Stella and Chewy's, food safety is our number one priority. We craft all of our freeze-dried and frozen products in our own USA kitchen, responsibly sourcing every ingredient in this product from trusted and reputable suppliers. Our patented second by nature food safety, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Contains no grains, gluten-free, and include no artificial ingredients with cage-free turkey. No added hormones. I always think that's a tricky thing when they own it. And then it says, actually, federal regulations prohibit the use of hormones in poultry. Added hormones is like, or when they added antibiotics, like, does that mean they're like sprinkling the antibiotics on the food? No, they are giving the animals antibiotics. I'm always confused about that. Added antibiotics. I should say that there's debate about whether raw food is the best kind of food for dogs. From what I understand, or what I've learned, lightly cooked food is often the best choice for dogs. The science, I think there is not a lot of science saying raw food is where it's at. However, everything in moderation, I'm sure. Okay, the last treat I wanted to show you is the Happy Howie beef roll. Isn't it cute? This is one I cut into already. We sell these in a variety of flavors, and I believe it's beef, turkey, and lamb, and in 2 sizes. This is the baby mini size, and these are great. Would fit nicely in your dog stocking, and also made in the USA. Single ingredient, I believe. Let's take a look. Oh no, I'm wrong. It's not single ingredient. Beef. Well, it's single protein, just beef. It contains beef, rice flour, coconut glycerin, sodium lactate, salt, citric acid, dried cultured skim milk, garlic. What's wrong with me today? Garlic, silicon dioxide, mixed tocopherols as a preservative, vegetable oil, and rosemary extract. Okay. Well, that is what's in here. These break up into rounds, and then you can break up one of these rounds into many, 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 many small pieces. I think you could probably get a few hundred treats out of one of these without too much trouble. I cut up a couple tiny pieces right here. These don't smell that bad, which is a bonus. They are nice consistency-wise. They're not too moist, not dry. These two, you could cut them up in little bits and sprinkle it over your dog's meal. You could put these in a work-to-eat toy. I wouldn't put it in like a fabric work-to-eat toy, but you could put it in like a slow food bowl. Oh, and yes, as Yolanta is saying, you can freeze the cut up pieces. There are a couple companies that make rolls like this, but to be honest, I haven't experimented with a lot of them, but I do like these. We do carry these, and also made in the USA. Seeing if there's anything else exciting on this label I can tell you. Happy Howies, located in Detroit. Make them happy naturally. It's a pretty straightforward label, you know. They're not telling any stories on their label. They're just like, look, this is a roll of meat. It's soft. Your dog is gonna like it. A speaker of truth. This roll. You know what else I like to get as a special treat? This is not something we sell at our shop, but you can get it at any supermarket. Is liverwurst. I just thought of it because they come in tubes, kind of like this. That is not low calorie, but especially if like you're in a bind, you need a treat for your dog, you forgot something, but you're going by a supermarket. Many supermarkets have liverwurst in them, and you just can like poke a hole in it and kind of squeeze it out that way. You can freeze it and kind of slice it. You could put it like in a squeezy tube. Lots you can do with liverwurst. I mean, lots of different kinds of great treats you can buy at the human supermarket. But today was about showing you the stuff we sell. All these treats are available at storeforthedogs.com and in our actual shop. And like I said, we carry a wide variety of treats. I just wanted to show you today some kind of like super basic go-to ones. But like I mentioned, we have a great selection of vegan treats, vegetarian treats. We specialize in carrying treats made by companies in New York City. So if you're looking for New York City or New York, we also have some in New York State, like South Fork, they're on Long Island. But if you're looking for super local treats, come on by our shop. We are open right now, noon to 4, Sunday, Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I'm usually there on Tuesdays if you would like to come by and say hello. Or you can shop, of course, on the website. All right, thank you for being here. And au revoir.